Hey guys, what's going on? Dr. Frank here, the founder of Addiction Mindset Recovery Coaching Programs. And in today's brief video, I want to talk to people who haven't yet quit vaping or who haven't yet quit smoking weed or who are struggling to quit an addiction. What you got to realize is that the same thing that's holding you back from quitting is the exact same thing that's keeping you addicted. And in my opinion, when I look back on my journey, I tried to identify what is this thing. And I identified this thing as fear. So when you're looking to quit vaping, there's a fear of what will my life be like without nicotine, or you're looking to quit smoking weed or quit drinking alcohol. There's a fear of how am I going to handle stress? How am I going to handle social interactions? There's a fear of how you're going to face day-to-day life without this substance. Now, on the flip side of that coin, there's something that's motivating you to quit. There's a reason why you want to quit. And that reason why you want to quit is often also rooted in fear. The fear of what's my life going to look like if I continue vaping? What's my life going to look like if I continue drinking alcohol, if I continue smoking weed? What is that going to do to my relationships? What is that going to do to my health physically and mentally? What is that going to do with my finances? So we have a fear of life without the substance, and a fear of life if we continue to use the substance. And I often say, and I've said this in many videos before, this fear keeps us trapped. It keeps us trapped in the most uncomfortable of comfort zones. We're trapped in a comfort zone because we're comfortable. We're used to addiction. We know the results that it provides. Yet, we're extremely uncomfortable because we don't want to be in the place that we're in. We want nothing more but then to get out of this space, to get out of this place. So it's fear. It's fear. And one of the saddest things about this is some of the greatest things, or at least in my opinion, some of the most important things in life come or develop when we overcome our fears, when we dive into our fears. So the fear of taking on a new job, the fear of going to college, the fear of starting a career for yourself, the fear of going up and talking to that girl or guy that you've been scared to talk to, that maybe you wind up getting married to one day. Had you not talked to them, had you not gotten over that fear of starting that conversation, maybe that never would have happened. I truly believe, and I'm not the first person to say this, you can find a lot of motivational speakers who say this, but it's true. Beautiful things develop when we overcome our fears. And not only do beautiful things happen for a lot of people, but we also then in turn develop more confidence. Every time we tackle something that we're fearful of, our confidence levels go up and our fear levels go down. And that's why I think quitting vaping or quitting an addiction is such a powerful thing for people. So many people fear quitting. They fear the withdrawals. They fear how they're going to cope, how they're going to manage. But millions of people figure it out every single year. People in the exact same situation you're in, they figure it out. They're capable of it, just like you're capable of it. And we've been proven this time and time and time and time again. And we're going to continue to be proven of this time and time and time again by people just like you. So I need you today to make the decision, if you want, to start to face those fears, because you don't even realize what great things lie ahead. It's all a mind game. An addiction is going to try everything it can to lie to you and tell you that you're not going to be able to do it and that life is going to be worse off. Life is going to be hard. You're not going to be social. You're going to lose the very qualities that make you you, because addiction, it breeds in our brain, it breeds in our blood, and we identify with it. But you don't have to fear that. The only thing you have to fear is your life if you continue down this addiction, because you're living that life right now and you don't want to be, because you don't like the results. You don't like the current outcomes. So what do you have to lose in quitting? What are you giving up? The answer is nothing. I've said this a million times before. It's about what you're gaining back. And I think you're going to be amazed at what happens when you face this fear head on. Because then I believe, and I really do, subconsciously, you're going to be able to handle other fears and face other issues head on. And you're going to develop skills and tools to handle those things head on. And with that's going to be this growing confidence. Now, I want to end by saying this. It takes time to rebuild. Don't expect to quit and just have your life turn into roses and flowers and just this perfect, magical, successful thing day one. Because there's a lot of people who are addicted who are quote unquote successful, okay? It takes time to rebuild. Addiction caused damage in your life. That's why you're watching this video. That's why you want to stop. So I would just encourage you, be patient with the process, give it time, seek the tools and the skills that you need, and just face this thing. I promise at the end of the day, it's worth it. That's why we have millions of people every year who quit these things, who talk about it and say, hey, it was the best decision I ever made. So as I end a lot of my videos, why don't you drop today's date and today's time and make today the day that you start to face this fear? And in the meantime, why don't you follow me into the next video where I talk a little bit about nicotine withdrawal so you know what to expect and you have less to fear. I'll see you guys there.